I keep on hearing the words the Nintendo Switch is dead, and today I'm going to show you exactly why it most definitely isn't, especially if you're a cozy gamer. So to show this, I decided to make a video all about the best cozy games still left to come to the Nintendo Switch, and trust me, there's a lot. This list includes not only games coming in the next few months, but also games later in 2023 and beyond. And thanks to the cozy and family-friendly game events on Steam right now, I even managed to find a few games that I have never even spoken about. But before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to my channel for all things cozy and new on the Nintendo Switch. And let's get going. We're going to start off this video with a brand new game, or at least brand new game to me, and that's Ages of Catoria. Now this is very early on in development. We can't even expect to see it in early access till 2024, and the Switch release might not even be till 2025. But once I explain what it is, you'll fully understand why I had to mention it. This is a village story generator where you don't just live one life, you live out generations, all the while expanding the town as the years go on. And this is about crafting an origin story for your village yourself. At the very start of the game, you get to choose between being a human or an elf. Each of these races has their own unique building aesthetics, require different resources, and also live different life events, meaning that you can play through this whole game multiple times and experience different things. Each villager you come across during their lifetime will develop different skills that helps them out during their lives. And each of the villagers will have their own character-driven quests for you to do. Each villager lives for about 7 in-game weeks, and when they pass, their spirit will enter the spirit tree. This causes the spirit tree to grow, but these villagers will live on in spirit form to watch over the village and send gifts and blessings to those in the town. I absolutely love the idea that this isn't a life sim, this is a generational sim. You get to live through different lives and see the town develop and grow long past just a single lifespan. And I absolutely love the idea that even when a villager passes away, they still have the chance to impact the town. And although it's super early on in development, I'm just excited that it's coming to the Switch. Then we have Everdream Valley coming to the Switch, I think sometime this month. It might be next month, they haven't given us a definitive date, but seeing as it came out on PC already earlier this month, I wanted to talk about why I've fallen in love with it and why you should be excited to pick it up on the Switch when it comes out. This is a farming sim with a dash of magic added into it, because not only can you do all your usual farming sim stuff and more, which I'll get into, but after you go to sleep after a hard day's work on the farm, things get really interesting. Each night you can control one of the many animals on your farm to complete mini games, each of which offer their own unique rewards or impact your farm the following day. And the more animals you have on your farm, the more nighttime adventures you can unlock. And not only are there a ton of animals to choose from, they are all so cute. Now, if I'm being honest, I didn't really expect to fall in love with Everdream Valley the way I did. Not only is the game absolutely stunning, which I should probably just disclaimer that this is on my gaming PC with the graphics on max, so it probably won't look like this on the Switch. But I was pleasantly surprised with how much this didn't feel like every other farming sim. Because although yes, you can do all the classical farming sim stuff, there just seemed to be a whole lot else going on in the game, which I absolutely adored. I haven't really got too far through it, so I can't do a full review, but just know I'm thoroughly enjoying it at the moment, and I really do hope that they nail the Switch port. I couldn't make this list without talking a little bit about Haunted Chocolatier by Concerned Ape, who made Stardew Valley, aka one of the most quintessentially cozy games to have ever existed. Unsurprisingly, this is a game all about setting up a chocolate shop. Now, admittedly, this hasn't been 100% confirmed that it's coming to the Nintendo Switch, but given that Stardew Valley has released on literally every platform imaginable, it will probably come, just not at launch. In Haunted Chocolatier, you'll be living in a haunted castle, and you'll be tasked with gathering rare ingredients, making delicious chocolates, and selling them in your shop. And by the sounds of it, this is leaning slightly more into the RPG style of game, which is honestly not a bad thing. But if you were a fan of Stardew Valley, then just know this is similar in some ways. Like, for example, you're still going to have a town filled with people that you can get to know, and you'll have a gameplay loop. It will just revolve around making chocolate instead of tending to your farm. Then we have Koa and the 5 Pirates of Mara. Again, this is a brand new game that I have never mentioned before, but after I saw it, I can't wait to play it. This has also already been confirmed for the Nintendo Switch and has recently come off of Kickstarter, having raised nearly $250,000, which is wild. Now, we're not likely to see this on the Switch till 2024, but I'm sure this will be more than worth the wait. This is an action-packed journey through the world of Mara, where you get to sail through an archipelago divided into 8 worlds. And the whole goal of the game is to challenge the 5 most favorite pirates of the Mara Sea. Thankfully though, you came prepared with your trusty backpack that allows you to jump, dive, and even bomb jump to get around. The map of Mara is massive, requiring you to upgrade your ship as you go to ensure you can reach every corner of the land, and is said to take large inspiration from the Studio Ghibli movies, which I think you can begin to tell when you hear all about the story, where Koa sets off to take part in the pirate race, a dangerous journey set to determine who the next pirate king is. I cannot wait to see what this game looks like when it's finished. I love the concept, I love the art style, and I'm so excited to see it when it's done. Then I wanted to touch on Go-Go Town, another game that isn't coming out till 2024, but is one I am very excited about. I was trying to figure out earlier what made me fall in love so much with the demo when I played it earlier in the month, and then it hit me. This is basically an amped up version of Animal Crossing New Leaf, where not only do you get to decorate the entire town, but you're also the mayor. But in Go-Go Town, you're specifically taking over an old tourist destination, where it's up to you to try and make it a tourist hotspot once again. Only it's not quite as simple as just decorating and placing the occasional shop, as you're in charge of literally every single part of the production line, making this a management life sim combination, and that is literally my dream combo. It's up to you to hire the workers who gather the materials. This includes materials to make buildings like wood and stone, or ingredients from things like farms or fishing. You are then tasked with making the workers process the materials into useful things, and then it's up to you to deliver them to the places that need them. You're also in charge of the runnings of the entire town. Like, for example, if there's a ton of litter on the floor, then it's up to you to make a garbage disposal plant, hire the workers who work in it, and get them to clean out all the bins to make your town clean again. I put in so many hours into just the demo. Already that was so much fun, and that's just a small snippet of gameplay we can expect in 2024 for the full release. As I said earlier, this is kind of my dream game. I love management style games, but I also love life sims, and putting them together to make a tourist hotspot just sounds like so much fun. Okay, the next game on my list is a bit of a weird one. It's Storia Seasons, but not Storia Seasons A Wonderful Life, which is coming out later this month. And whilst I am incredibly excited for that game, there was something that caught my eye just a little bit more. About a week or so ago, we got a presentation by the Storia Seasons developers. Quick reminder, the Storia Seasons developers are the same developers as the original Harvest Moon games. They just lost the name in copyright. And they gave us a sneak peek into 2 new Storia Seasons games. As much as I adore the Storia Seasons franchise, I kind of feel like they've been falling behind in recent years. Thanks to indie games, I feel like the farming sim genre has really taken a big step forward, and I feel like Storia Seasons has been almost falling behind. So with this announcement, I was very glad to see that I think they are really trying to up their game. Not only is it looking like they've had a complete overhaul of their graphics, but also they talked of one of the games having a multiplayer function for the first time as well. Personally, my only hope is that they spend some time and energy making the world feel a little bit more alive. To me, I think that was one of the big downfalls of Pioneers of Olive Town, that the town just didn't feel very alive. And even though that's literally all we know about the 2 Storia Seasons games, that we get multiplayer and better graphics, I really do feel like this might be a little bit of a step forward for them, and I'm excited to see it. Sticking with the farming sim theme, we have Faefarm. I know I've spoken about this a lot, so don't worry, I won't spend too long, but this is 100% my most anticipated game of 2023, and I cannot wait for them to share some more information about it. Now, the really good news about Faefarm, if you're a Nintendo Switch player, is that it's a Switch exclusive, meaning that not only is there no wait for a Switch port, but it also should be fully optimized for the Switch because of that, meaning that we shouldn't have any dreaded performance issues like we commonly see for farming sims ported to the Switch. Faefarm is described as a fairy tale escape, where you and up to 3 other friends can farm, craft, and decorate, where magic is infused into everything you do. And even just from the trailer, you can see the way they've mixed magical elements into the farming sim mechanics, and I'm already so excited to see how much further it goes. The thing that really stands out to me the most, though, is the graphics. This looks like such a pretty game that I'm almost struggling to believe this is going to perform on the Switch. And despite there only being one trailer, so far we know quite a lot about the game thanks to Twitter as well. We know there's going to be a bit of combat that looks pretty fun. We also know that you can take care of the absolutely adorable magical animals you come across. And we also now know that there's going to be romance with the other magical villagers you come across in the town. So far, we have no idea if you can only pick one fairy type in the game or if you can specifically choose a type of fairy you want to be. But either way, I'm excited. I can't wait to learn more. I feel like we're due a trailer any time now to tell us the release date. But just know that as soon as I learn more information about it, I'm going to be telling you. Then we have Fashion Dreamer. Now, we recently got a bunch of new information about the game, and I haven't seen anyone really talking about it because it's made it look incredible. Now, I think it's pretty clear that I don't know the first thing about fashion. However, apparently, that doesn't actually matter, as this is actually a game all about sharing your designs. You'll run around this plaza area and see other active players as you go, and you're actually able to interact with these players, giving them likes when you run past them if you like their outfit. And the more likes that player gets, the further their avatar will spread, allowing the fashion of that avatar to really take off in the game. This basically allows you to become a fashion superstar. If people love your outfits, you might end up in like everyone's game. This kind of reminds me of the design tool in Animal Crossing, only it gives you an easy way to find out the most loved designs. But if you're like me and you're not really a designer gal, then the cool thing is if you like an outfit, you'll be given the opportunity to get those items. This seems to be a game all about creating unique, one-of-a-kind outfits. As they even said, with every unique creation players make, the world will be filled with new items. When I first heard about this, I really didn't expect it to be so interconnected. I thought that maybe you'll just come across like friends' outfits or friends' avatars in the game. I didn't really realize that there was going to be this whole system with online, where the more likes your outfit gets, the further it spreads. I think that's really cool, and I think we're going to see some incredible designers come out from this. We do also know that there is a story going alongside this, with you dressing people to try and become an influencer and leveling up as you go. Sadly though, all we know so far is that it's coming out sometime in 2023, so fingers crossed that it's soon. Then we have Little Kitty Big City. I have come to the executive decision that this is cozy, purely because you play as a cat. And the best way to describe it is GTA 5, but you're a cat instead of a person, and you are causing havoc in the city just by simply being a cat. Much like GTA, it is an open world game where you can jump in the trash, catch birds, scale buildings, and also push things off the buildings. Basically, cause a whole lot of trouble by existing. And to make this even better, you can customize your cat with a plethora of adorable hats as well. Another game I'm very excited for and is thankfully coming out sometime in September is Mineko's Night Market. Now, I've spoken about this a lot, so I won't spend too long on it. This is a heartwarming story about friendship, tradition, and also a whole lot of cats. You'll get to follow Mineko as they journey around the island and discover the secrets of a town struggling to get back to what it once was. And not only is this a great celebration of Japanese culture, there's also so much to do. You've got cat racing, stage performances, market minigames, puzzles to solve and agents to sneak around, and a ton of people and cats to befriend as you go. When I played the demo earlier this year, I genuinely instantly fell in love with it. The art style was beautiful, the dialogue was both hilarious and witty, but also heartful and wholesome whenever it needed to be. I think the thing I'm most excited for is just the fact that it's a cozy game that's very different. It looks completely unique, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Then we have Fantasy Life. Whenever I talk about Fantasy Life, my comment section is filled with people saying this was one of my favorite DS games. And if this trailer is anything to go by, I can definitely see why. I've seen a lot of comments just kind of basically saying, oh, this looks really similar to Animal Crossing. I'm going to tell you it really isn't for a few really key reasons. This is an RPG with strong life sim elements. Animal Crossing, despite how much you might want to fight Tom Nook, has no combat. Fantasy Life will. And although it does have the classic life sim elements like gathering resources, cooking, decorating, it also has a story. And that to me is the one thing that I was missing in Animal Crossing. With not only the main quests to handle for the story, but also quests from the villagers as well. Fantasy Life kind of runs around having different careers, and the nice thing is you can chop and change these whenever you feel like. These are things from being a cook, a mercenary, a wizard, a carpenter, to many more, each with different skills for you to try and perfect. I love the idea of having an RPG mixed with a life sim, and I just hope they do the DS game justice. The final game we're going to be talking about is Paleo Pines. Now, I'm not going to spend too long on this, as they've literally said there's some massive news coming next week, so I'll probably cover that in a video where we'll talk more in depth about it. But if you need a pitch on why this should be on your radar, it's a farming sim where you ride dinosaurs. I don't really think I need to say more than that, if I'm honest. And the best part is the dinosaurs help you out on your farm. Not only does it look adorable, it's now been officially confirmed to be coming to the Nintendo Switch, and I cannot wait. Those are some of the games I'm the most looking forward to coming out on the Switch, but let me know in the comments down below which ones you're looking forward to, as of course I can't cover them all in a single video. And if you want to see the best cozy games coming out in June, click this video here.